Hello, good evening and welcome. It is 8 o'clock on a Friday night here in the UK. I hope you've had a good day or your day is starting well and that you're looking forward to a really nice, relaxing or active, physically fun-wise weekend. Today, I want to talk about two things in particular, sort of one leads on from the other. And I want to start off with a story. Excuse me, I get a dry throat, remember? I want to imagine, just imagine for a second that it is Sunday morning. I don't know, let's say it's 9:30, 10 o'clock. And a very good friend of yours has invited you over to lunch. Now your friend, she lives about 5 miles away, just at the edge of town in a beautiful little part of the country, fields and trees and all that kind of thing. A really, really lovely person and a lovely area to go and have some lunch. And today, for a change, you decide that you're not going to take the car, you'll leave the car because it's such a nice day, you fancy a walk. And so you put on your walking gear and you pack your nice stuff in a little sort of day bag and you set off. Hi Martin, you set off and you go down this little country walk, a little shaded road, nice trees and lovely smells, that kind of thing, and you come to a little gap and there's a fence and you can see your friend's house across in the distance. You think, well, I could save myself 3 or 4 miles and just jump over this fence and walk across the field, and my friend's house is at the top of this little slope. It'd be great and I'll get a bit of fresh air, it'd be wonderful. So you nip over the fence and you start walking and you're listening to the birds singing, all that kind of thing. And you don't notice, just before you get to the rise that takes to your friend's house, there's a big puddle of mud. And it looks fine, so you walk across it and you get halfway across and you get stuck. You literally get stuck, your boots are stuck and squelching, and you try and lift them up and you're just not moving. So really, you've got 2 choices, maybe 3 choices at the outside. You can keep struggling and really force yourself, sort of one step at a time to try and get to the dry patch you can see maybe 10 yards ahead of you. You could possibly, I'm good, thank you. You could possibly take your boots off, sacrifice your boots and sort of wade and waddle your way through the mud to get to the dry patch. Or you could shout for help. I mean, you've got a phone, but it's the countryside, so there's no cell towers or anything. You've got no chance of getting a signal. But, your friend's house is only literally, 100 yards away? So maybe if you shout loud enough, you can attract their attention and they can come out with a bit of rope or a ladder or a plank to, just pull you out. A lot easier and a lot more sort of time and embarrassment and energy saved. The mud is your alcohol problem and you're stuck with it. And if you're going cold turkey and having a hard time and having relapses and dealing with triggers and going back to day one so many different times, that's because you're still stuck there with your your boots tight in the mud, and you haven't figured out just yet what is the best method for you to get out of the mud. Do you do one of those 3 things? Do you try and get some help? Do you just try and do it all by yourself and struggle and get stuck again and move a few yards forward and struggle and get stuck again and then just give up for a while and sit down and get your backside covered in mud? Because this is, in a lot of the groups that I'm in, I see this all the time. People haven't seen where the bank is, where the dry land is. They haven't seen the end of their alcohol problem. They just keep going through repeating the same kind of issues day in and day out. And there's like a mutual failure society, if I can call it that, where one person fails, the other person goes, well, I failed last week, so no worry, just start again. And then the other person goes, well, I did 2 days and I go back again. And then you just like treading water almost, in this case treading mud, because you're not moving forward. And I think one of the reasons that people don't actually move forward is they don't really know where they're going. And they say, Paul, you're an idiot. I just want to get sober. Yeah, but that's not life. That's just one aspect of your life. It's getting rid of an addiction. But what about the rest of your life? Do you have any dreams? Do you have any plans? Do you have any goals? Do you have something to aim for? Well, because, yeah, Paul, yeah, my aim is to get sober. But in my honest opinion, that isn't, the thing. That isn't. You remember City Slickers and Curly, the ancient cowboy? He goes, I'm not going to do a cowboy accent because I can't, but he goes, you just got to have that one thing. And that's for you to find out what that one thing is. It is critical, it's crucial, it is so important that you have that one thing. Or in our case, it's 2, 3, 4 things. It doesn't matter. You need to know where you're going. You've got to have a plan. You've got to have a dream. You've got to have some ideas. Maybe if unfortunately you've been in such a state that you've lost your kids, maybe getting your kids back and being a better parent. I mean, that's a great reason. Yeah. Maybe you lost your job. Your boss sacked you because you were turning up late. You were always going sick, and getting your job back and actually starting your career again. That's another brilliant excuse. You can see the bank. Yeah. The bank for you, the dry land is getting your job back, getting your family back. It could be that you want to travel, you want to learn new things. That is your dry land. You need to know where your dry land is. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck in this mud. Like the 2 elephants in the photo that I posted earlier on. They've got in the mud and they're stuck there. And it's like, well, what do we do now? Do we just keep treading along, going around in circles, not getting anywhere? Do we just give up and just say it's not possible to get out of this mud patch? What do we do? So what I thought I would do is, where is it? Excuse me a second. Here we go. I wrote an article the other day, and it's just to give you some encouragement about things that you can look forward to once you've got rid of alcohol out of your system and it's no longer an issue anymore. You don't think about it, you're not bothered by it, you're not worried that you might fall into a trap of drinking again and all that kind of thing. So here's a list of 7 things that I wrote, and there's way more, but I thought these are a really good taster for you. So the first one is you get your brain back. You get to make better decisions. You get to, understand where you want and where you want to go. And I think another big thing is you just simply wouldn't do some of the stuff sober that we've all done. Yeah, I've got to admit it, we've all done it in the past. Alcohol is a parasite. I mean, I know it's not, it's just a thing, but I see it as a parasite. It gets hold of you, it gets in your head, it takes over your central nervous system, it damages your prefrontal cortex, and it rewires your brain. And it sits in there, and it's like a lot of people say, well, I'm going to become a moderate drinker. I've been sober for a year, I'm just going to have one drink, and that'll be it, I'm fine. That's the booze talking. It's going, yeah, you'll be absolutely fine. Just have one drink, I promise you. One drink and we'll go home and we'll drink tea, coffee, watch Netflix, whatever. Just let's go into the pub and have one drink. And in your heart of hearts, I'm sure you know that you go into that pub and you have that one drink, and in here it's going, oh yeah, that's really, really nice. I remember that's been a year ago, but I haven't forgotten the taste of that. It is lovely, isn't it? Let's just have one more. And 1 becomes 2, 2 becomes 3. Before you know it, you're blacked out or you're in a heap on the floor. So it is the best thing you can do for your brain. It really, really is. Get rid of it and let your brain rebalance itself and just see the light. One of my favourite movies, The Blues Brothers with John Belushi and Dan Aykroyd, yeah? Right at the start. They're trying to give a plan and he goes, can you see the light? Can you see the light? And that's the kind of thing. Once your brain is clear of booze, you can see the light, you can see the way forward. And it's an incredible feeling, I promise you. Number 2, you'll look better. You look way better than you ever imagined. Why is that? Well, it's not just makeup and stuff like that, but basically alcohol is I can never say this properly, a diuretic. Basically, it sucks out the water from your body. Yeah, It just drains water from you. I mean, do you want to be a prune, all dried up and squished and horrible, or would you rather be a lovely, juicy peach or a plum or an apple, yeah? Because that's what happens to us when we drink alcohol over a long period of time. The skin gets spotty and horrible and dried out and flaky and yeah? But once you quit drinking alcohol and start drinking 2 litres of water a day or thereabouts, yeah, your skin just falls back in love with you and you look healthier, you start glowing, your system, the lymph nodes and all that kind of stuff starts moving back around again and clearing out all the garbage, and you just look great. And if you add exercise to that and fresh air to that, well, they just know, you may end up looking as good as I do. Sorry, I couldn't resist. Number 3, and this is a big one if you've got a financial situation, you will save money. Yeah, if you're spending, let's just say minimally, you're spending $50, £50, whatever it is a week, okay? That's 200 quid a month, yeah? Over a year, that is £2,400 a year. That's if you're only spending 50 quid. I know a lot of people that spend way more than that. What could you do with £2,500? Just free, for nothing. You don't have to work for it. You don't have to go out and beg for it. It's there, right in front of you. Yeah, just by quitting drinking, you can save 2,400 quid or 5,000 or 10,000, whatever it is you're spending, yeah? Take your weekly spend and just multiply it by 52, yeah? You'll be astonished at how much money you can save. That could pay for a vacation maybe, helping you if you're going to go to university or your kid's going to university, help with an extension. I don't know, there's a million things it could help you with, yeah? Holiday of a lifetime, who knows, yeah? But just by stopping drinking, putting that money away into a savings account, you can actually make a lot of money by doing nothing. Forget all these, scam deals you see on the internet about making money in your sleep. This is fact. Put the booze away, put the money in a safe, sorted. Next one, number 4. Now you might disagree with this, but it is really, really true. You'll make better connections with people. Alcohol can do 2 things. It can make you friends with other people that drink and you have this like fake camaraderie and you're falling over on the floor together and all that kind of stuff. And in the morning, oh yeah, it was a great night. It must have been because I can't remember it. Yeah? Those people aren't really friends. They're just drinking buddies. A real friend will talk to you, help you, encourage you, work with you, and you do the same back for them. They'll help you in the good times and the bad times. The other danger is that alcohol can sort of wreck your social life because you do so many stupid things when you're pissed up and drunk, yeah, and out of it, that people start to shun you and you start to lock yourself away. And in effect, you can become a hermit in your own house. You can be in a town full of 13 million people and live like you're on a desert island with nobody else around because you just lock yourself in. The alcohol goes, look, we don't need to go out tonight. Let's just go down to the shop. Let's buy a couple of bottles and take them home. And we can order some crappy pizza and sit and watch TV till we've drunk that and fall into a stupor. That's what will happen. And then you wonder why you feel lonely, you feel sad, you've got no girlfriend or boyfriend, your life is going nowhere. Because that's what the booze wants. It wants to keep you to itself so that you do its bidding, you become its slave, yeah? Because you get all these stories, yeah, alcohol makes me do this, it makes me friendlier, it makes me relax, it makes me sexier, it makes me, forget, and all this kind of stuff. Complete and utter garbage. Maybe the first time when you have your first ever few drinks, it might do that. But if you've been a regular drinker, the only way to get those effects is to carry on drinking more and more and more and more. And it just ain't worth it. It doesn't do what it tells you it's going to do. It's just lying to you through its teeth. Number 5, and this was a big one for me, you'll actually lose weight and get fitter because all alcoholic drinks contain carbohydrates and calorific value of 0. It means that these calories that you're taking in have got no nutritional benefit whatsoever. So the body goes, what the hell do we do with this? I know what we'll do. It's no use. We can't process it into anything useful. Let's just take it into sugar, yeah, And then, oh, we've got all this sugar. Well, we don't actually need this sugar. We've got all the energy we need from the other stuff. Let's just turn it into fat and store it for a rainy day. Yeah, that's why you get a beer belly. That beer belly is nothing to be proud of. Yeah, it's causing you a lot of harm. Believe it or not, it really, really is. Even though you might not feel it, might not look it, over time it's causing you a lot of issues. You stop drinking, you lose the fat, yeah, you lose the weight, and you will be feeling a lot better, and you look a lot better, and your pants will start feeling better as well. And you'll be able to see your toes again. Number 6, your internal organs will absolutely adore you. I wrote about the benefits to your liver the other day, but your heart, your kidneys, your liver, your adrenal glands, your skin, all of your internal organs will celebrate. They'll have a non-alcoholic party. They'll light fireworks the day you decide to finally end this poisoning of your body. Seriously, this is something really, really for you to look forward to. Your whole body will transform itself, and it will just love you for saving its life. Seriously. Last one. No more snoring and broken sleep. Yeah. So many people say to me, Paul, I drink because it helps me sleep. That's not actually true. Basically, alcohol makes you kind of comatose, like a zombie kind of thing. So it puts you under, but you're not getting any benefits from the sleep. You're not getting your REM sleep and your non-REM sleep and all that other kind of thing. It's just not good for you. And then about 3 or 4 hours later, it wakes you up because you're probably dried out and you probably need to pee loads or something like that. Yeah. So you don't get good sleep. And also, one of the things that causes snoring is, you get dry throated and you've got a lot of weight on you. All those things cause snoring. And if you stop drinking, those symptoms gone over time. I mean, none of this stuff is going to happen overnight. What you've got to remember is, it is how can I put this? For some issues, it's a long term. If you've been drinking for 30 years, yeah, your brain isn't going to get back to normal in a week or 2 weeks or a month. Those cravings aren't going to go instantly. There are easy ways to deal with them, but they're not going to go away overnight. So you need to be prepared for some challenges along the road. And it's up to you. Do you cave and stay stuck in the mud, or do you reach the bank and move forward? That's the really important thing. There's so much more to being sober than I want to go into tonight, yeah? But sobriety will bring you in a whole new world of amazing choices. You will see the world in a much, much different way. And let's say you're saying to me, Paul, I drink because I live in such a shitty life. Yeah, everything's bad for me. Okay, but if you just drink for that, you're not doing anything to get out of your shitty life. You're just trying to block it away. And all that happens is you have to drink more and more and more to have the same effects of blocking things out. Okay, but if you quit drinking, yes, the problems will still be there, but you'll be able to deal with them. You'll be able to find a solution. You'll be able to find a way out, yeah, a means of escape. You'll be able to set up like a battle plan of how do you sort this out and this out and this out. But staying drunk because of problems isn't helping you. The problems just don't go away. They're still there and they're waiting for you. So it's better just to face up to them and deal with them. There's always a solution. There's always people out there to help you. I've been through some crap in my lifetime, and I've had help and I've done stuff on my own. And I guarantee you, if I hadn't, dealt with all of my issues, I'd probably be in a gutter somewhere drinking, God knows what. Yeah, you have to decide. You have to make the decision, because nobody else can make the decision for you. It's down to you. People can help you, people can encourage you, people can give you tips and advice and all that kind of thing, but it's down to you, seriously. Oh yeah, this is something I want to talk about. Escape the alcohol fuel cave and step into the light. It's worth it. I am not going to explain what I'm talking about. I'm going to do a proper video because I need to draw some things and whatever, and I can't do that with live, but that's going to be for beginning of next week. As always, because that's it. I finished. Unless you've got any questions, thank you for watching. Again, one request, you know by now that I help people, you know, who want to quit drinking to get sober and stay sober so they can take control back of their lives. If you know anyone that has a problem, that's accepted they've got a problem and needs some help or advice, get them to come and talk to me. They can friend me, they can message me. You probably don't want to tag them in the video, I understand that, but you could send them the link so they can read it. Started reading videos now. You can actually watch the video at your leisure. There are different ways and means of getting in contact with me. It's not difficult, and you are doing them a favor by pointing them in the direction of me or somebody like me. Okay, have a fabulous weekend. I shall be here tomorrow night, same time, same place, 8 o'clock GMT, general, was it Greenwich Mean Time or London UK time, and I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye.